Good morning, my preschool friends. How are you? Do you know where I am in the church? That's right, I am hanging out in the bed babies room in our church. Every Sunday, we have babies that come into this room, and I love to come in here and watch them and also to watch them grow. Today, we are going to learn about a specific baby. That's right, we are going to learn how God planned for Elizabeth to have a baby. Here is our Bible story picture for today. See, this is Elizabeth. And look, you can tell she has a baby in her belly. Elizabeth is who we're going to learn about today. Okay? Are you ready to listen and hear our Bible story? Okay, let's put our thinking cap on. Let's open our eyes and our heart to what God has in store for us to learn today. Let's turn our listening ears up and go ahead and zip our lips so that we can hear from our Bible. Here is our Bible story today. Zechariah and his wife Elizabeth were old, and they did not have a baby, so they prayed that God would give them a baby. And Zechariah was a helper at the temple. The temple's kind of like our church. While he was praying, he suddenly saw an angel. He was frightened. "Do not be afraid, Zechariah," the angel said. "God hears your prayers. Elizabeth will have a baby boy. You must name him John. When he grows up, he will tell people about God's son, Jesus." Zechariah asked, "How can this be? My wife and I are old." And the angel said to him, "Because you do not believe me, you will not be able to talk until after baby John is born." Zechariah could not talk. He could only make motions with his hands to explain what had happened. Months later, Elizabeth had a baby boy. Zechariah and Elizabeth were so happy. Their friends came to visit, and Elizabeth said, "We will name him John." Zechariah wrote on a tablet, "His name is John." Suddenly, Zechariah could talk again. He thanked God for baby John, and he knew that God planned for John to tell people about Jesus. And when John grew up, he lived outdoors in the wilderness and learned what God wanted him to know about Jesus. What a great story that was. We found out that Zechariah and Elizabeth were old, and they did not have a baby, but they wanted one. And so Zechariah prayed to God that they would have a baby. See, in our Bible story picture, Elizabeth was old, so they decided that maybe they weren't going to have a baby. And the angel came and told Zechariah that they were going to have a baby, that God planned for them to have a baby. And Zechariah goes, "Are you sure about that?" Well, because Zechariah doubted the angel's message from God, God told him he could not talk until baby John was born. Can you imagine? Wow. Well, Zechariah and Elizabeth did have a baby boy. God fulfilled his promise. And do you remember his name? That's right, John. Zechariah and Elizabeth named their baby boy John. And John grew up to learn about Jesus and teach about Jesus as well. All right, so our weekly verse today is found in Luke chapter 1, verse 13. This is our weekly verse. Let's say it together. Elizabeth will have a son and name him John. Good job. It's found in Luke chapter 1, verse 13. And our unit verse, which this is the verse that we're going to be learning all month long, okay? This verse is found in 1 John chapter 4, verse 10. And it says, God loved us and sent his Son. Let's say that one more time. God loved us and sent his Son. 1 John chapter 4, verse 10. Good job, my friends. I hope that we can memorize that verse together this month. All right. Have you ever been around a baby? Well, babies are a lot of work, but they're so special. They need, though, a lot of things. On our our activity page today, let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's right here. It has for us to circle the items that a baby uses. Well, just like in this room, I can look around. Do you see what's in the back? That's right, a crib. A baby needs a bed. And we have a rocker here so that we can rock the babies. You'll find if you could see all around this room, lots of things that we use to make sure that babies are safe and they feel loved and the things that they need. All right, so here's our activity page. And we're going to do this together. Even though we don't have a crayon and we can't circle the things, we can circle them with our finger. All right, remember, it says circle the items that babies need. All right, do babies need hammers? No way, babies don't need hammers. What about this, a pacifier? Do babies need pacifiers? Well, a lot of babies do use pacifiers, and some babies don't. So yeah, we would go ahead and circle the pacifier. What about this bicycle? Do babies use bicycles? No way, not as babies. When they grow up, they can use bicycles, but not as a baby. All right, what about this? Do babies use car seats? Yes, they do. They need a car seat to be safe when they ride in a car. What about this bottle up here? Do babies use bottles? That's right. Babies use bottles to get milk so that they can grow. Okay, this picture is diapers. Do babies use diapers? That's right, they do. And the last picture is a game controller. Do babies use game controllers? No, they don't. Good job, my friends, on doing this activity with us. Remember of our story today, how Zachariah could not talk. He had to use his hands. So I thought it would be a really neat thing for us to learn how to do sign language today. And I want to teach you the name Jesus. This is how you do Jesus in sign language. You're going to take your middle fingers, okay, wiggle them like this, and you're going to put it in the middle of your hand, just like this. This is to represent the nails that Jesus had in his hands while he was on the cross. So the sign language for Jesus is this. Just barely and you can just tap your middle of your hand with your middle finger. That is the sign for Jesus. Practice doing that. This is the name Jesus in sign language. Great job, my friends. I hope you have a great week. I hope you've learned something new today. I hope that you are healthy and you are safe and you know how much I miss you. And don't forget, I love you. I love you. I love you. But God loves you even more. Goodbye for now.